Dr. Bagheri, you can start now.
Thank you. Sure. In the name of God, with merciful and compassionate, the last messenger, Holy Prophet Muhammad and his family. I am Rouholla Bagheri. I have prepared the third lecture titled An Introduction to Information Systems Developing Methodology. Into previous lecture, I start to explain about the management information system and explain the management information system, what is and what the dimensions of an information system, the application of the system and the role of information system in any business and in any organization. Content in field of development, information system development methodology that familiar with the methodology to developing information system. This lecture include 9 sections. I promise do my best to present all content that I prepared. If the time be enough and let me to complete, but I promise do my best. The first section is about introduction to system analysis and design, and then overview of feasibility and information system project management. By this topic and outline, I try to introduce information system developing issues such as project management, outsourcing of information system, interface. Yes.
Your presentation is not working, Victor.
Okay. Let me share again.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Can you see my presentation?
Yes. Now, yes.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Very good. But I try to explain about information system development methodology, such feasibility studies, such project management, outsourcing, user interface design, data design. Every student in field of information, data design, database management system, and programming language, and then about coding and testing information system, how we can test a information system that we developed, okay? And about documentation and training and system changeover. And now we completed the development of a new system, and we intend to implement this new system, this completed, developed new system in our organization. In which manner and in which type we can change over old system with the new system. I'll explain in this lecture. In section 1, I want to introduce an information system. I explained in previous lecture completely about information system. What is information system? Help companies to increase productivity and effectivity of any organization. This is an obvious topic in our organization, that the information system can help to increase productivity and efficiency. And the information system can deliver qualified product and service. And information system help us to maintain customer loyalty. For example, as I explained in previous lecture, customer relationship management system. Via customer relationship management can offer manufacturing and offer promoting program to follow, to engage the customers. This is about maintaining customer loyalty to us, and at last make this information system help us to make sound decision, sound strategic decision, strategic planning. This is an obvious matter about the information system that helps the companies. Therefore, use of information is vital for organizational success. Okay, vital for organizational success. Now the question is, now we face a new question: how we can provide a suitable and good information system to our enterprise or our organization. How we can provide? In general, we have three approach. We have three approach in providing information systems. At first, developing new information by own excuse me. At found actually experienced and skillful IT staff that we have start to develop in our organization. We name this method to in-source approach. Therefore, the developing of information system is
good morning,
the
my
first
teacher.
approach that I try.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome, my teacher. You're welcome.
Thank you. I will explain about this approach, developing information system methodology. In first approach about develop. Approach in providing from different vendors outside of our organization, like Microsoft, like SaaS, like Oracle, and like every system developer and software developer around the world. Another approach in providing information system is cloud service. When we use the cloud service like cloud storage and like cloud computing, we can pay a subscription fee per month or per year or per 10 year or per quarter of year. And we can use the service that the outsourced organization or outsourced another corporation make for us, make services like software as a services, like platform as a services, and like infrastructure as a services. Therefore, we have three types of cloud service: software as a services, platform as a services, and infrastructure as a services. Anyway, we have three type and three approach for providing information system for our organization. At the first approach, we have developing. In developing, now I'll explain the developing of information system. We will discuss about the methodology developing in information system. Let me start the developing information system process by explaining about system analysis. By system analysis, all tasks of developing and all tasks and steps in workflow of developing start with system analysis. System analysis is the heart of any system. System analysis is the heart of information system developing method. System analysis is a step-by-step process. Okay, framework, certain workflow for developing high-quality information system. Who analyze the system? The system analyst start to analyze, investigate, and analyzes, designs, develops, install, evaluate, and maintain the company's information system. Therefore, the top out in field of information system, we should try to learn our students, our information system, IS students, to be a system analyst in the laboratory of organization. The organization is our student, IS laboratory. We should send our students to organization, to business, to be familiar with the business process, any information system, and send to organization to learn about the analyzing the process and designs of data objects and all items in field of information system, and at last to learn about the implementation, to change over information system to new information system that developed. Okay. System analysts constantly interact with users and managers. System analyst actually is a bridge between managers and users. Okay. System analyst is a person who translate the request from the users to managers and system developer, system programmer. Therefore, system analyst plan and develop and maintain information system. Analyst is the suitable person to management of information system developing projects, including tasks, resources, schedule, and cost. Okay. System analyst should be able to conduct meeting, deliver presentation, and the most valuable skill of any system analyst is listen and take feedback from users and all managers, all level of users, any users that use our information system. For what? For the objective of the organization and correct the system deviations. Okay? And correct is a translator between managers, users, and on a system analyst. For what? In disaster, in IT disaster situation, the system analyst of any system in our organization is the best person. IT disaster situation. For example, when our information system have faced with any attack. For example, a distributed operating system or denial of services or distributed denial of services attack. DOS attack, who can live and who can promote and reinstall our system, the IT system or information system analyst is the best choice to promote and reinstall our system. The knowledge and skills that any system analyst should be need. Technical knowledge. Because of technical knowledge, the system analyst, the best person, the best choice to translation managers and users' needs and requirements to programmers, to person who develop and write the code of the information system. Okay? Another skill, as I explained and as I mentioned, is the ability to listen. Therefore, the communication and business skill. Communication skill to make relationship with all of users, all of managers that deals with and involve with our information system. And the system analyst must be familiar with business skill, management science, organizational science. Because of such these skills, the system analyst is the best person to translation the manager and user requests to programmer and developer. Okay? Any question until now? Have any question? Thank you. Information system approaches. We have overall in academic course, three approach in information system development. The first approach is, and the famous approach, the first approach and the famous approach and easiest to understand is structured analysis. Okay? Is a structured analysis. Another approach is object-oriented analysis, OO analysis, like OO programming, object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is the opposite point of spaghetti programming. I don't know, dear participants, hear about spaghetti programming. When we start to spaghetti programming, we use many of if then else code and if then else go-to code. This is a kind of a spaghetti programming. Okay, then we use the approach of modular programming, like object-oriented programming, to face to the spaghetti programming. Therefore, we have an object-oriented analysis to analyze the information system in approach of modular. Okay? Another and the third and the newest type and approach to information system developments is agile or adaptive methods. I'll explain about all of these approaches. At first, the structured analysis. As you can see in this slide, the structured analysis, as I mentioned, is the traditional system development way. Okay? The traditional, easy to learn. This approach is the best approach to learn for students, okay? Therefore, academician people use this approach in the university to learn the students about the system information development. Therefore, a structured analysis uses process model in graphical mode to describe a system. Therefore, system structured analysis use process model like workflow and on the such a Basrah modeler to describe a system in graphical mode. This is mapped to a structure use the system development life cycle, SDLC. The structured system, the structured analysis is that is easy to understand. Step by step life cycle methodology. In a structured analysis, we have some object. At first, a structured analysis, we should specify, identify, and design the structure. What is the field, what table, what is the data source, and so on. And in a structured analysis, we should map this organizational structure on system. In a structured analysis, we have relational database. Structured analysis is the suitable approach to developing a relational database designing. We have two main database designing, as I explained in my previous lecture, if I'm not mistaken, relational database and dimensional database. The relational database is the best and suitable, most suitable analysis. Another issue that structured analysis is involved is user interface issue. And then we should map rules in information system. All rules are like, I haven't any access to your profile. You haven't any access to my profile. This is a rule. This is a business rule that prevents these rules on information system. We have structured analysis and a state flow diagram that specify any state and situation of any step in any information system. Okay. As I mentioned, a structured analysis is a step-by-step process. At the first step, we have systems planning. We have system planning. System planning usually begins with a formal request. Okay? Usually begins with a formal request. Formal request to IT department. For human, to the information technology department or information system department. As I explained in my previous lecture about the structure of information technology, okay? Information technology in any organization. System request. We have faced a system request. I mean IT department. Phase 2, the system request. Request from human resources to different scenarios. All of the process begins with the system request. The department start to perform preliminary investigation. Preliminary is the process evaluate the problem. For example, is this request valid? Is this request is time consuming, cost benefit advantages, and so on. Okay? Therefore, the preliminary, the outcome of the information system, okay? the outcome of this step will affect the entire steps that this information system development process. In the preliminary investigation, we have performed the feasibility study. Feasibility study for this to answer this question: is the developing of this information system is feasible or not? The feasibility studies performed in the 4 view. The first view from operational feasibility study, operational feasibility study, technical economical feasibility study, and time factor feasibility study. I'll explain later. The second step is system analysis. By system analysis, we start the paper or on the information system. Okay. By building a, we model at first the requirements of the information system. What is the requirements of information system? All requirements and all needs that all users and all managers need and want to use from this to use the information system to perform and satisfy their requirements and their needs, to meet their needs. Okay, in the requirements we try and investigate all requirements and needs of all users. The new system must do the output of this is Everybody hear me? Guys, hear me?
Yes, Doctor, I can hear you.
Yes, Victor, I can hear you.
Excuse me. I have some problem with my
No,
laptop power charge cable.
don't worry, Doctor.
I don't have connection.
Okay.
Excuse participant, dear participant, for this interruption. I'll continue.
Yes,
Oriented
Doctor.
and I have objects. Uh, Excuse me, I think I have lost my connection. Hear me? Everybody hear me?
Yes, sir. We hear you.
Thank you. Excuse me for this interruption. I don't have any fault. I don't have any fault. Excuse me.
Never mind.
Thank you. Therefore, in object-oriented analysis, the developer tries to combine data and process into objects. What is object? What is the object? The object may be any people that play role in information system, or any things that that do any action, and any transaction and any events that has been occurred in information system. Overall, object is a member of a class, which a property. As you can see in this slide, we can see the person is a class, but I am from a class person. I am Rouholla Bagheri is from a class person. Okay, therefore the person has some properties like name, address, the date of birth. Okay, therefore because of I'm an object from the class person, therefore I have name, address, and birth. Excuse me, date of birth. Okay, the student could be a class. The student is an object. Maybe in a class of person. Object-oriented analysis is inherited from upper class to we have inherited name, address, of birth from person class to a student class, and for instructor as the same thing. We have name, address, and date of birth in some properties is not inherited, and it's for the own object or class. For example, the instructor has office location property, has office phone property and email that we haven't dealt with these properties to students. The student has GPA and there's name. Okay. Therefore, the object-oriented analysis, we try to use the concept of object and class, the concept of object and class to develop the information mapping, and we use the object-oriented programming to writing the code and testing and so on. The third approach, developing agile analysis. Agile analysis, before I instinct on agile method, I should to anybody, every guys hear me? I have lost my connection again. I don't know. Dear participant, hear me? Excuse me. I don't know what is the problem. May I have some technical problem in my connection. Incrementally development. I'll say again. Everybody hear me? I have lost my connection again. Everybody hear me? Every guys? Please let me your feedback. Yes, thank you, thank you. I deeply sorry about this state. I haven't any fault. Excuse me, excuse me. In this the first section, I explain information developing methodology is about فرقی نداره پسر. Excuse me, have my voice hear me? Anybody? Please let me know your feedback. I'll continue. Another feasibility is economic feasibility. In economic, people, including IT staff and users, cost of hardware and equipment, license fees, consulting expenses, and facility costs. All costs of information system development. Another feasibility is a feasibility. Do we have any required hardware, any necessary hardware, necessary software, and necessary network resources? And does the proposed platform have sufficient capacity for future needs? All technical should be technical material and technical items. Another feasibility, everybody hear me? Do you have my voice? Please let me know your feedback. I don't know about the cause of this problem. Everybody hear me? Excuse me. Let everybody hear me? Everybody hear me?
Yes, yes, Doctor.
Thank you. I don't
Thank
know
you.
what's the problem.
Don't worry,
I
don't
don't
worry.
know. The last feasibility item is about schedule feasibility. Schedule feasibility is about the time factors. We should answer to these questions. Company or IT team control the factors that affect schedule feasibility. Has management established a firm timetable for projects, or the project should be in the time sheet, appointed time sheet, or not? We complete the schedule feasibility studies development. This third section, in this step, I'll explain about the information system project management. For project management, we have, in IT project management, we have some internal and external factors that affect information system project management. The internal factor that affects the information system project is a strategic planning, top managers, or will top management or top managers support the team of the developing of the information system or not? The user or not? Is the IT department is another factor, another item that affect. Do we have IT staff, expert IT staff, skillful IT staff for developing information system or not? And the existing system and data have effect and our financial situation. Our company financial situation is another factor that affects on the information system project. We have some external factors like regulatory agencies, technology issues, suppliers, customers, competitors, and the economy of our world, our society, that have effect in our project management team. In this slide, I'll explain about the overview of information system project management. In the project management, we should plan, schedule, and monitor and control and report. Okay? In project management, we should complete some act. Should be act in what time, via what process, and via what person. Planning on the paper. Another task is about scheduling. We should to schedule all task of the project management, and then we should monitor and control the project by a specified persons such as project controller or project manager. Okay? And then السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
دكتور بس أنا أتنفس، أنا صار عندي دوام وما أقدر بعد أستمر بالمحاضرة.
I can't understand Arabic speak. Please speak in English. Excuse me.
أنا دكتور بالإنجليزي مو قوي يعني.
Mr. Al-Gharawi is in our meeting. Mr. Hassan Abu Al-Gharawi.
No, إنجليزي كشو ماكو. No إنجليزي.
Excuse me. I can't understand in Arabic speak. I tell my one of my students to participate in this lecture to translate Arabic question into Persian or English. I don't know if my student is in meeting now or not. Excuse me. What item shape a project? What shapes a project in field of information system? Successful projects in information system must be completed on time, within budgets, meet requirements, and satisfy users. Therefore, when a project has been completed in successfully way, that the project be on time, be within the proposed budget, and meet all documented requirements, and will satisfy all users. Okay? What is the project triangle? We have a triangle, a typical project triangle. That challenge is to find the optimal balance among three factors: factors of scope, factors of cost, and factor of time. When one leg of this triangle is changed, two other legs will be changed. Therefore, we play with this triangle and take the optimum balance points for the project manager, for our project management approach. What does a project manager do? Before I explain about the project manager actions and tasks, I persist and re-mention this item that is the system analyst in our organization and our enterprise is the best choice for managing the information system project. Okay? Therefore, in the system analyst, be familiar with the technical issue and managerial issue, and use the need of manager, the need of management, and the need of users, and knows about the needs of programmer. Backtrack to the project manager's tasks. A project managers do project planning, project scheduling, and project monitoring and reporting, as I explained before in previous slide. In planning, identify all project tasks and estimate the completion time and cost of each task. Okay? In project scheduling, creates a specific timetable that show all tasks and task dependencies and critical tasks that dependent to each other. And then project monitoring for project controlling, for coordinating project teams workload. And the last task is about the project reporting, creating a regular report or seasonal report for management, for users or project teams. As I mentioned about the work breakdown structure, WBS, what is the work breakdown structure? The work breakdown structure, or WBS, is the basic concept in project management, information system project management. Breaking down a project into a series of smaller tasks. Therefore, work breakdown systems breaking down the project into a series of smaller tasks that has been shown by Gantt chart. For example, Gantt chart is a horizontal bar chart, as you can see in this slide represents a set of tasks, shows planned and actual progress on a project using excuse me, I have lost my connection again. There's participants and everybody hear me? Do you have my voice?
Yes, Doctor, yes.
Now, in work breakdown structure, we should identify a task. What is the task? The task or activity is any work that has a beginning point and ending point. Okay? Task requires the use of resources or activity, use and resources. Resources size small and manageable. Any task should be atomic and should be unique. That be manageable. Another item and concept is event. What is the event? And milestones. Milestones or events is references point or hot point. Monitor and project. In the hot point or in the milestone point, make report to give output. Another item چقدر گویی آخه خود چند قد ونه به
Yes, Doctor, yes.
My connection has been lost. Okay?
Okay, Doctor. Okay, now. Okay.
You don't have my
Okay.
okay. Okay. Make me nervous. This again and again and again. Losing forcing. Another allows, I repeat my section, system project management, and start another item and another issue that involved in information system development methodology is about the outsourcing. What is the outsourcing? Outsourcing is one strategy for providing information system. In outsourcing, we transfer of information system development and operation or maintenance to an outside of an organization or outside a firm. Okay, therefore by outsourcing, everybody has my voice and my lecture, or I lost my connection again. Everybody, let me know your feedback, please.
Yes, sir, we hear you.
Thank you for your feedback. Therefore, in outsourcing, we transfer the development of our information system to outside of the organization. We have three type outsourcing fees. In outsourcing strategy, the fees and the money that we should pay to the outside organization like vendor or developer. We have three models for outsourcing fees. The first model is fixed fee model. In outsourcing, we have fixed fee model. In fixed fee model, we use a set of fee based on a specified level of service and user support. For example, we have 40 people. Okay, we have 40 people. Then, okay. If we have 100 people or 100 persons, X plus dollar, okay? X plus N dollar. This is the model of fixed fee model. Another model is subscription model. In subscription model, we have a variable fee. We have a variable fee user or workstation. Upper the fixed fee is subscription fee. In subscription fee, for example, we have $100 for using the system per 10 user. We have $10 per 20 user. We have $20 per 30 user. We have $30 plus the fixed fee. In this model, we name this model to subscription fee or subscription model. Okay. Another model is usage model or transaction model. For example, we should pay per transaction, any transaction. For example, I sell my product in your service, in your platform, $100. Therefore, you take or I pay 1% to, this is the usage fee. 1 gigabyte data in your internet platform. I should pay $10, okay? And if I should pay one transaction, I should pay equivalent to one transaction to your platform. This is the third model of the outsourcing fee. Therefore, we have three type of outsourcing fee: fixed model outsourcing fee, subscription model outsourcing fee, and section 5. In section 5, I would like to explain about the most important item: user interface designing. What is the user interface? User interface is a user interact with a machine via an interface, via an space that help the user to interact with machine. We have some types of user interface. The first type of user interface is like Windows, like Macintosh, like every information system we use in daily process. Okay, daily to perform daily task, our daily task. Another type, like command line interface. I remember many years ago, DOS is disk operating system, or DOS was a command line interface that we should write any command in the command line prompt and command line screen to perform our task and to take a directory, copy, and delete, like rename. To rename a file, we must we should another interface is form-based task. Form-based task, like any enterprise resource planning system, ERP system, and menu-based interface. For example, in menu-based interfaces, like FoxPro programming. Actually, we haven't FoxPro and have new versions of database. I remember many years ago, for example, 20 or 25 years ago, we used the FoxPro programming language. That the FoxPro is a menu-based interface. And the other and the most important interface is human natural language interface. That is an artificial intelligence agent. And most developed interface that we use. For example, the Google Translate. The Google in my phone. Let me. Google Voice, excuse me. We use the Google Voice to type our voice, okay? To type our voice. This is the example of natural language interface. Students and interface designers should some habits should comply with some habits in successful interface designing. At first, interface designers should understand the business. The interface designers must understand the underlying business function. The interface designers should know about organization. And another item is about maximizing graphical effectiveness. The interface designer should be a graphist, that design interface with fully graphical features. And interface should be enable users to learning in rapidly way and should be user friendly. When we use fully graphically features in interface designing, we design interface in user-friendly manner and user-friendly way. User interface designer should think like a user. Okay? Should see the system from point of a user, of all level and all structure of user. Another item is user interface should use models and prototyping user interface in user interface designing. Okay, designer can persist by initial screen designing and incrementally complete more and more the interface. Everybody have my voice? Everybody hear my voice? I hope hear my lecture. Another item is about focus on usability of components of all objects that arrange on the interface and offer a reasonable number of choice that user easily can comprehend. And the interface designer should invite user to give their response, to give their feedbacks, and should be listen to the user's feedback and monitor the systems to take feedback, to take appropriate feedback from users. User interface designer tools. We have some tools to help us to design user interface. I have prepared some items such as Sketch. Sketch is one of the user interface designer tools. InVision Studio, Axor Software, Craft, Proto.io, and Adobe XD, and Marvel and Figma. Adobe XD is the famous user interface designing tools in Iran. For example, I use the Adobe XD for designing the user interface. It is the fulfill feature graphically and easy to learning, I think also. Another section is about the data design. Another section is about the data design. Any system developer should know about the structure and the concept of data. At first, we have database environment. What is the database environment? Database environment is a tool, is an interface about the database management system. Okay? A database management system is a collection of tools, collection of features, collection of interfaces that enables users and administrators to add, to delete, to update, to manage, to analyze all data, all to another table, and restructure a table and refine the table. For example, of DBMS, maybe SQL Server, maybe Oracle. Okay. What is the DBMS advantages? Scalability is the DBMS advantages. In previous way, before the DBMS concept creation, we use the flat file to manage data of our organization, such as Access. Access is not a DBMS, but this is only a database file management system. Okay, a file management system, database file management system that is not suitable for a large organization and may be suitable for a person calculation or person data or person personal report actually. Therefore, the first advantage of DBMS is scalability. DBMS can be expanded and modified or downsized or upsized, okay, up in upper scale. Use of DBMS is cost efficient. Database design allow better utilization of hardware. Help us. Dear participant, can you see my slides? I think my slide sharing was stopped. Can you see my slide? Okay. Another advantage of DBMS is the DBMS is suitable for enterprise-wide application. A database administrator accesses all requirements, all objects, and all items to maintain the database for enterprise-wide applications. And DBMS provide a better security because of identifying any user's access rules. By identifying any user's access rules, different users have different levels of access. Okay. We have two roles in DBMS, user and administrator. The user works with predefined queries, but the administrator is responsible for the DBMS, responsible for security, responsible for expanding, responsible for maintaining all items in DBMS issues. Okay, everybody haven't any question? I think I speak in rapid manner, in rapid way. If anyone have any question,
no.
I'll answer. And if anyone haven't any question, I'll explain. The next section coding and testing. Okay, coding. What is the coding? Coding is implementing phase. In a structured phase, we have a implementation phase. Therefore, the coding is implementation phase. When we speak about coding, we involved with programming environments like Java, like Visual Basic, like Visual C, like Python, and so on. Or web-based language like HTML, like XML, like Macromedia Flash, like Swift. Okay? And three types for testing. The first type of testing is unit testing. We should test all units, all tiny module, or a tiny by unit testing. We test all individual program, individual module, or individual tiny parts of our programs. Execution error, to fix the logical errors and the execution errors. The logical error is the fatal error in any program testing, because we should rewrite our program. Have any syntax error, we can fix syntax error in rapidly way. Okay? In unit testing, we should test all input data and output data from a tiny module. We should the process tiny module and test the availability of data. We should check and control or logical and logical and syntax error and so on. Exception error. Exception is a kind that error that terminates our program. The developer be careful about exception error and logical error. Another test is do you have my voice? I hope you hear my voice. Another type.
It's coming broken. The internet is really bad. It's coming broken. I don't know why. I can't hear everything. Sorry. Just cut off. We cannot hear nothing.
Everybody can hear me? I have lost my connection again. Let me to share my screen again.
I think you chose the wrong time for the lecture because the internet in the morning in Iraq is really bad. We cannot understand nothing. I mean, yeah, I just joined now, but I cannot understand nothing. It's coming broken. Everything coming broken.
Everybody can hear me? Dear participants, can hear me?
Yes, Doctor, I can hear you.
Yes, Doctor, I can.
I lost
Yes,
my
Doctor, I
connection
can.
again
I
and
can hear
again.
you.
Thank you, thank you. Let me share my screen. Let me share. Everybody can see my screen?
Yes, Doctor.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Another rating integration testing. At first, we test all tiny module, the unit testing. Okay? All of the modules should be tested. But after unit testing, we should integration testing. We should complete and perform 2 or more program or more module with each other, okay, to make sure that the programs work together properly. I say again, in integration testing, unit testing, we test programs or more modules that depend on each other to make sure that the programs work properly together. Okay, in integration testing, we test all modules in the dependent module to each other with each other. This is integration testing. After integration testing, we should perform acceptance test. Acceptance of the like a user acceptance test or system testing is the last all modules, all units in the چقدر قطع کنم؟ Everybody can hear me?
Yes,
I lost
yes,
my
Dr.
connection again.
Yes, yes. I can hear you, Doctor.
We barely can hear you. We barely
How
can
long
hear
do you prevent my voice?
On
How?
and off.
1 minute, 2 minutes?
We barely can.
Excuse me, I don't know what do I do. I don't know. I haven't any idea for this problem. I have lost my connection more and more again and again. Excuse me. I repeat
This is what it is.
the
This is internet.
okay. I repeat the last section, the last item in test. We have testing approach or testing time. The first step is unit test that and program. After that is integration testing. Integration
سيد منتصر السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
عليكم السلام، حياك الله.
شوي اليوم الدكتور عنده النت ضعيف تعبان، محاضرته هواي صار بيه تقطيع. يعني ما
يعني هاي راح تنحسب علينا محاضرة واحنا كل شيء ما استفدنا من عندها.
وايد قطعت محاضرته اليوم.
وقت جدا غير مناسب.
مع ذلك هو هذا الموجود وهذا المتوفر.
يعني راح تنحسب علينا محاضرة.
لا احنا يوميا عندنا محاضرات نفس الشيء. هو هاي محاضرته الثالثة ويانا، بس هو اليوم نته تعبان. مو احنا ما لنا علاقة. هسه ما جا تسمعوني واضح؟ احنا النت عنده ما بيشي.
تعاد او تؤجل المحاضرة اذا الانترنت مالته.
اي هو يصير نحكي وياه نشوفه، خلينا نشيك ان شاء الله.
يا حبذا لو يصير بالليل افضل.
بالليل على موعدهم هم رسميين، يعني القضية رسمية هم اساتذة.
اي يعني بالليل افضل لانه الوقت مناسب بالليل والنت هم زين مقبول.
لا هو هاي محاضرته الثالثة ما عنده شيء، بس اليوم صار هاي المشاكل عنده. يوم هاي محاضرته الثالثة ويانا.
محاضرته الثالثة هي محاضرته امس اعتقد 12:30 مو 8:30.
اي انا ويا هذا اللينك صارت الثالثة. يمكن اكو غير لينك عنده محاضرات، بس يعني كان واضح وما بي شيء، بس ما اعرف.
زين استفاديت من محاضرته؟
هذا بالنسبة للمادة كلها بالانجليزي. نعم. يعني المفروض مترجمة.
بعد هو لين باعتباره انجليزي لا يحكي فارسي ولا يحكي عربي. وما يقدر يحكي عربي.
ها؟
ما يقدر يحكي عربي هو.
يعني المفروض تترجم المحاضره للعربي بالانجليزي وتصير بالعربي بالسلايدات مالتها بالباوربوينت، حتى اكو ناس تعرف تقراها تفهمها كذا. يعني هي مو اسقاط واجب المفروض.
زين حتى لو هسه ما يخالف مرخصك سيد
المفروض
أبادر.
يعني اذا انحسبت محاضره فهي محاضره. هسه هاي الناس اسقاط واجب لان كل الناس ما تعرف انجليزي.
سيد أبادر اكسكيوز مي سيد أبادر اكسكيوز مي. عيني استاذنا العزيز.
مولاي.
هسه هو يقدر مثلا ينزلها بالانجليزي ككلام بالانجليزي، بس هو اذا نزلت المحاضره بالعربي تكون اكثر مقبوليه، حتى واحد يقدر يقراها كقراءه، يعني الترجمه مالتها ينزل PDF بالمحاضره وعنوانها وتفاصيلها والابعاد مالتها والنقاشات مالتها الموجوده، مثلا التفرعات الاقسام بالعربي حتى تكون واضحه للي يقراها. الشرح والقراءه زائدا المحاضره تنطبق بالذهن، واحد يقدر على قولتهم يحفظها او يهضمها.
هو هذا كان قصدي سيد منتصر. هو كان قصدي المحاضره لا تكون اسقاط واجب، خلي تكون بيها فائده. هسه هنا هو بالشاهد بالانجليزي 70% 80% من الطلاب ما يعرفون انجليزي، فصارت اسقاط واجب. بس اذا ترجمت للعربي على الاقل لك واحد يقراها يستفاد من عندها. طبعا يقول يستفاد من عندها 100%، يستفاد من عندها 70%. يعني
هسه يدخلوا انا اكلمه بالزباني فارسي بعد ستوري زبان، بس انا اكلمه بالفارسي
وانا كلمه بالانجليزي.
يلا هاي
يعني الباقي شلون؟
ها
السلام عليكم سيد أبادر.
حبيبي استاذ سامر.
لك هسه هاي وضعيه بشرف كل واحد، وهسه بعد شوي محاضره وهسه محاضره وبالليل محاضره، ما تقول لي شكو. تعب هاي تعب هواي. هم يا ريت تستفاد من المحاضره. يعني هو هسه احنا مو كل هاي
لا
بالانجليزي.
لو كانت المحاضره
ما
بالعربي
عنده عربيه يعني.
بس بالانجليزي
يا اخي ما عنده عربيه، ما عنده عربيه ولا كلمه.
مستوى اقل طالب.
مرخصك سيد أبادر. عيني سامر
مولاي
بالك يمي تسمعني؟
اسمعك سيدنا.
نعم انت كمنوال وكمقياس وكبرنامج انت يوميا عندك محاضرتين وياي انت، بس المحاضره اليوم او امس عليكم السلام، المحاضره مالت اليوم هاي هسه الدوليه او هذا البروفيسور هذه بيها فائده. صحيح هي انجليزيه، بس انت اليوم على عندك مترجمه ما تفيدك، تعطيك صقل معلومات باختصاصك.
have my system? Anybody might have my voice? Anybody have my voice? Everybody can hear me?
Yes, doctor, we do have your voice, but most of the people, they can't hear you very clear and right. Okay, so is there any way you can repeat this?
I think I have poor connection. I think I have poor connection. How long in minutes you haven't my lecture? 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
I don't know, but here in Iraq it's really bad. I don't know which one is bad, like our side or your side, but to be honest with you, we cannot hear nothing.
I don't.
It's like 90% of what you said, we cannot hear it. It's really difficult.
Thank you. I think this poor connection is nervous all of us. I repeat, for insurance that all of my lecture has been here to you. I repeat the last section I described about the documentation and training. I say about the documentation and training. What is the documentation? Documentation is the most important item in maintaining and enhancing any information system. We have 5 types of documentation: program documentation, system documentation, operations documentation, users documentation, and online documentation. Please feedback to me. Let to me your feedback about that you have my voice and my lecture. Occasionally by typing yes or typing plus or typing okay.
We hear you very clear now. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. In program documentation, we should describe all things in the information system, all events, all modules. We should describe all input, all output, all processing logic, all serialities, all windows, all object interface, all project of all programs modules, what modules we have, and what is the type of input, what is the type of output, and what is the type of the process, what is the workflow of the process, which process is selected for implementing in information system. Okay, therefore in program documentation we should describe all aspects of programs, all aspects of information system. The documentation process starts with
again.
Do you have my voice? Do you hear me? Have any problem? Have any problem with my what? What was yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. My lecture, and I don't have any idea about the problems and technical issues in the lecture. Excuse me for anything. Thank you. Everybody hear me? I want to say goodbye. Everybody, dear participants, dear professors,
I don't think
and
everybody understands English, but yeah, I hear you.
Thank you.
I do hear you. Yeah.
Thank you. My time is finished, and I want to say bye. If you have any question, I'm ready to answer. And if you haven't any question, I must to.
Can we get a copy of
Finalize and finish the
PowerPoint you presented? Can we get a copy of the presentation, please?
I haven't heard about what do you say. Please repeat.
I said, can we get a copy of the presentation, please?
Yes. I can send my presentation to the coordinator. Okay. To publish for you.
Okay, which coordinator? You mean the university coordinator or the college coordinator?
I don't know his name, but I have a WhatsApp number that call to him, and we'll coordinate with the visiting professor.
Okay.
But I promise to send the
just
slides and presentation to you.
Just send it to him and he'll share it with us. No problem. Thanks for the time.
المحاضرة راح يدز لنا اياها، راح يدزها الاستاذ كيان، وان شاء الله يفوتها لكم اذا تريدوها. إن شاء
sure
الله.
about this matter.
Thank you, Dr. Bagheri. Thank you so much.
Thank you to all, and excuse me.
Don't worry. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. أساتذة خلصت المحاضرة قدرون تغار
شو الفينش المحاضره
نحصل
فينش
نسخه من
نحضر
البرزنتيشن
المحاضرة الثانية إن شاء الله. نعم. إن شاء الله المحاضرة إذا دزلنا إياها تقدرون تحصلونها إن شاء الله.
إن
أساتذتنا.
شاء الله. إن شاء الله. شكرا. شكرا.
شكرا شكرا لحضوركم واستماعكم. ما أدري اليوم يعني ما أدري المحاضرة شوية كان بها وايد تقطعات. هو النت عنده كلش ضعيف ولا ذنيش المحاضرات مالته كانت جدا ممتازة. بس ما أدري يعني سبحان الله إن شاء الله خيرها بغيرها.
إن شاء الله.
نعتذر نيابة عن.
استاذ ممكن نحصل نسخه من البرزنتيشن؟
إن شاء الله إن شاء الله خليه يدز الأستاذ كيان وإن شاء الله نتواصل وياكم إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله. شكرا جزيلا.
إن شاء الله إن شاء الله بالتوفيق إن شاء الله. مع السلامة. شكرا لحضوركم.
مع السلامة. مع السلامة.
أستاذ راح لا دخلته بس انتظرهم يطلعون ورادوا من عند البرزنتيشن من باقري ذاك الاول راح يدز لك اياها على الواتساب حتى اذا يريدون يشير لهم. اي هو قال هو راح يدز لك اياها وبعدين هم يقدرون يستلمونها ان شاء الله. ان شاء الله ان شاء الله. اي دخلته بس انتظر يطلعون حتى نسوي شو اسمه ان شاء الله. ان شاء الله. حياك الله استاذ. السلام.
هسه هاي استاذ بعد ما محتاج.
اي هذا هو استاذ قدرون تغادرون راح تبدي المحاضره الثانيه ان شاء الله.
شكرا.
اساتذه تقدرون تغادرون حتى نسوي تحضير للمحاضره الثانيه بلا زحمه عليكم.